All right, welcome back to the CQ2 Solutions channel. Wow, is that right? Has it been almost 2 years? I can't believe it. I bet you've been wondering what we've been doing. Well, we've been here slaving away, working away, running our algos. This is going to be a part one of a two-part video. Now, let me give you some background here of what's transpired over the last few months, 6, 7 months even. We'll go back that far, and you'll understand why this is the first of a two-parter. Yeah, so let's get into it. So 2024, screaming well on the algo up until about July. And as most of you know, we trade volatility and we pair it with the S&P index. And we've been doing that for a lot of years, well over 10 years now. And the algo overall generally works pretty well. There are certain things, I've mentioned this in the past, there's always something you don't like about your algorithm. So you're always working, trying to make it better. We don't need to get into that because that's how it always is. What started to unwind in 2024 was the volatility trade. Now, it wasn't out of model. This has happened before. I've seen it before. In fact, I can tell you and will tell you exactly when this type of stuff happened. And what ended up happening is the volatility just kind of stayed. That particular trade was just more of an annoyance. Death by a thousand cuts, no biggies, no one was losing limbs, but the volatility trade wasn't working out. And because it's always paired with the index trade generally doesn't work out. Now, oddly enough, and I'm no conspiracy nut, I can tell you the last time this happened. And as it turns out, it was the fall of 2016. So the same, literally the last half of the year, 2016, 2024. Is that ringing any bells with anybody? Again, I'm not a conspiracy nut, but that's when the orange fuckwit was being voted in. And the brilliance of the American voter, they decided to chop their leg off once in 2016, and they said, fuck it, let's do the other leg in 2024. So congratulations, you half-wits. You gave everyone down there exactly what you asked for. So I hope you're happy. And I'd almost say, at least you know that's not going to happen again. And of course, it's not going to. We won't get into the political things. But yeah, an absolute chaos. That's, pardon my language, that absolute dumb fuck. And half the American people, fucking dumb fuck squared. That's all I'll say about that. Anyway, let's get to it. So that's something that sometimes does happen. Again, the last time this happened was 2016, so it's not happening every year. But that drags on the portfolio, and I don't like that. And again, I'm trading an algo, so I have tons and tons of time. So what do algo traders do? Well, we like to see if we can make things better. We like to look at markets at a different angle. What can we do? We're still trading our algorithm. You're still happy with it, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be trading it. And we're always looking for something better. So what I decided to do, and this came about, I guess in my mind it was working for a few months, the last half of 2024. But December 1st, I kind of let my Patreon members know, something like that, the first week of December, that I was going to separate the trade. So we would no longer be pairing up trades, and I was just simply going to trade the securities individually on their own merits. Now, the benefit of that is we can now do things that I like to do that's a little harder to do when you're pairing trades. So what I'm referring to is when we're pairing trades, we're basically varying ratios one side to the other. So you're never actually starting a trade and completing a trade. You're always just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit more there, a little bit less there. So that doesn't lend itself to doing starts and stops and being able to gather the statistics on that and using what I love to use, the Kelly betting system, because that will bring you home, and it's just a quality way to trade. Now separating them, we can do this. And because I can do this and quantify things a little better, I'm now able to open up our trading to a lot more asset classes. So this is what I wanted to do on this video here, and some of the details we'll get into in the next video. But I want to focus you over here onto our Patreon channel, patreon.com/Kois Quantitative, for our quant trading systems. Okay, so I want to at least let you know what we are now trading. So as you can see, we're always trading the volatility, the VIX, the S&P 500. We're trading futures, ES or MES. You can do them. It's the same thing. It's just a different multiplier. We're trading gold. We're trading make me puke Bitcoin. For those of you that want to trade Bitcoin, we've got an algorithm for that. I just previously generally refused to trade Bitcoin for the longest time. Now, obviously, for quite a long time now, it has been, I hate to even say the word, I'm going to puke in my mouth, a mainstream trading instrument for the last little while. And all I mean by that, you now trade it on an actual exchange, so you're not doing some bullshit website and poof, your money's freaking gone. That's just a hard no. But let's face it, you're trading it in ETFs and futures. Of course, we're doing it on futures. You're doing that now on exchanges with rules that are going to be followed. So listen, regardless of what you like, this thing will trade it long and short. I'll give you the stats for everything as a Patreon member. It's wide open for the members. You get all the relevant data, so you can trade it or not. I don't care. But for those that do, we now have a Bitcoin trading algorithm. Currency, again, because, myself and most of the viewers are going to be US or Canadian. So I trade the US CAD Forex. I could extend it to other Forex pairs. I just don't. We're trading US Treasuries, 5-year, 10-year. So I guess this is... Again, I want to keep this down to short length videos, so I'm going to separate this particular one as a reminder that we're still here, and for those wishing to trade individual securities and you had maybe looked at it in the past and you saw we weren't trading all that much, well, we've opened that up. And we do use a Kelly bet system, so and I won't get into the great details. Again, that's for the next video. But you have hard entries, hard stops, and we aren't crazy, so we don't use full one Kelly trades. You really couldn't trading this many securities in a single account. The volatility would be just too ridiculous. So we cut that down. Honestly, the largest Kelly bet size that we trade, when it's all said and done with all the securities that you're about to trade here, or you have the option of trading, I trade them all. The maximum we're doing is like a 1/4 Kelly. Okay, so I'd hate to say I'm back. We never really left. I just didn't waste my time on YouTube for the last, evidently, close to a couple years. But we've been here trading away, and I finally got these individual trades down to a point where I will now happily let the YouTube community know. And I guess a final little send off. I'm just staring here at my Mike Norman last couple videos. I guess old Mikey Norman has moved down from his little closet in New York State down to Florida. I believe that looks like the Tampa area, and that's all I'll say on that. I don't know. Moved to a nice warmer climate. Very good on the old body. But oh my gosh, I think he probably moved to a state that has an average IQ of 50 points, solid 50 points less than New York State. Wow. Good job, America. You know what I'm talking about. Donald Trump 2.0, you freaking heroes. Patreon.com. Hit us up here, folks. We'll talk to you very soon in part 2.